All right, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and today we're going to be taking a look at some recent video game pickups, or fairly recent video game pickups, because this is everything that I ordered from Black Friday 2024. But the thing is that here in Canada, Canada Post was on strike, so a lot of this stuff was delayed during the holiday season. And then by the time the strike was over, I was bedridden for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, sick. So we're finally taking a look at everything that I ordered then. There's a lot of stuff here. There was a lot of good sales and some things that I've been wanting to get into for a very long time, and they were just a little bit cheaper than they normally are. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy it. So let's dive into everything. There's a lot of RPG related stuff and just a variety of stuff, including some PS3 video games. I haven't bought a new PS3 video game in a very long time. I have 3 here because they're part of a series that I've been wanting to get into for a very long time. And I could just start with some that are on PS4. Also, my cat just jumped on me because he wants to be part of everything. But we've got the Atelier series. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And I do have Atelier Ryza. That's what I would like to start with. But I feel like if I start there... No, don't get on the table. You can stay on me, that's fine. Or you're hopping off for a second. Anyway, I could start with Ryza, but I feel like I'll never play the older games, and that I wouldn't appreciate nearly as much where they came from and where they are now. So I kind of want to try some of these PS3 games here. So I'm just going to I think Verona is the first one, but this is the plus version. So I think this was like a little bit of a ramped up version from the original one. Then we've got Atelier, the Alchemist of the Atelier Shally, Alchemist of the Dusk Sea. And we've also got Atelier Esha and Logi, Alchemists of the Dusk Sky. And I think that there might be one more that I'm missing for the PS3 games. And then I'm missing a few of the PS4, and then I'm going to start with this. And I know that I think there's some 3 PS2 games, but they're really different from what the PS3 versions are and afterwards. So the next games that I have here, and I don't remember how much they were. Maybe $40 each, $30, something like that. But they're brand new and sealed, so that's always fun. Another one that I should open this up here because it's loose. That's Edge of Eternity. This game didn't get necessarily the best reviews, but I kind of want to try it out. It still looks fun to me, and it was dirt cheap. I think it was like $10 brand new. So yeah, that was an easy sell for me. I don't think I talked about this game in the last update that I did for video games. So I think I just recently bought it. And that's Soul Hackers 2. That's one that I really want to get into. My OCD really took a hit from this because I wanted to start with Soul Hackers 1. But I think that's on 3DS. And I'm just not going to go there. Okay, buddy. You can go there. So yeah. And this was like $20 or something. Maybe 15 even. Brand new. So I was happy with that. Most of the things that I got here were from, I think it's VGP. That I got them from. PNP might have been another one. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while now. One that was just by chance I bought it at the same time, and I did an unboxing for that too, is Dragon Quest 3, which is the HD 2D remake. I did start this as well, and I liked it. I just wasn't hooked yet, and I was kind of playing some other games at the same time. Ash. He's trying to play. You might hear some noise in the background, sorry. Yeah, this is, I liked it, I wasn't hooked in it because I was playing other games. I ended up just kind of sticking with those. Now we've got some Xbox, we've got another few PlayStation games, but what's nice though is that my PlayStation 5 collection, especially RPG-wise, is starting to grow a little bit more. I just need to find some time to dive into these now. Now we've got a few Xbox games. I think these are mostly just Xbox One games. But they're obviously able to be played on the Series X as well, and they'll even have that. Do I have a PS5 game or a PS4 game? No, I don't. I do, and I'll show you that in a second. But like, obviously, it's a PlayStation 5 game, right? It says PlayStation 5. Why does Xbox do this thing where it's like, oh yeah, it's compatible on everything? Like, this is to me is an Xbox One game because that's what it came out for. You can also play it on the Xbox Series X. And it's the same thing with a PlayStation 4 game. You can play it on the PlayStation 5, but they don't tell you that. They don't make the case look so generic that Xbox One and Xbox Series X games look the same. I know physical media is dying. I'm not down with it yet. I still love everything physical, so I'm going down with the ship, and I'm gonna complain until I sink. Next up is some Sonic. I've been wanting to get into some Sonic games for a very long time. Of all things, I saw the Sonic comics from the 90s, from the Archie comics, and I went into a deep dive of why that's really changed, and that they now can't use some of the characters from the old 90s series, and like the newer series can't use some of those specific characters because the guy that created it back in the 90s. And, it was a whole big mess. That's a deep dive. If you ever want to look at something that's really interesting and you kind of like Sonic, look into what the state of the comics are, or what happened to the 90s comics for the Archie series. It's wild. Anyway, here's Sonic Colors Ultimate, which I think was on the Wii originally and was one of the better Sonic games at the time. So I definitely want to play that on the Xbox. And I also got Sonic Origins Plus. I think this is the original games, or 16 classic titles. So I probably won't play all of them there, but obviously the 4 iconic titles remastered in widescreen HD. That I'm definitely going to play. And it kind of shows you like the originals here. Oh, Spinball's there. Or Pinball? Yeah, I might play that too. We'll see. So they kind of show you a lot of what's included. And last but not least, I have some Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons games. These are the remakes of the original Harvest Moon games that were published under Natsume, but the actual people that worked on them were marvelous. And then because of everything that happened with the name of Harvest Moon, and they didn't want to work for Natsume anymore, so they kind of excuse me. I still have a dry cough every once in a while, but yeah, I ended up I'm just gonna open this because this is a little plushie that came with Story of Seasons. Now I have Story of Seasons on the Switch, but I kind of want to get the achievements, like the trophies that you get on PlayStation 4. So I'm just going to open this up. My cat is very curious about what's going on here. Do not touch this. This is so... Why are you taping it on there? Oh my lord. But what I was talking about earlier, the PlayStation 4. Oh, that's they did such a horrible job. I'm going to have to switch out this case. Clearly PlayStation 4, clearly PlayStation 5. I can play this on here, but they don't say this stupid stuff. Bugs me as a collector. And I've got a nice little cow. Strawberry plushie. Strawberry cow? Strawberry cow pocket plush that they always come with. And then I also got the premium edition. Once again, I had this on Switch. I'm probably going to sell those. I might keep Story of Seasons because that Friends of Mineral Town, because I really like that one. But I now have the A Wonderful Life. And these games, for Harvest Moon, the Story of Seasons 1, that's technically Harvest Moon 64, which I have in physical. And they kind of made that game, and then they started working on the PlayStation version, and the people that were working on that kind of deviated a little bit from that and made Harvest Moon Back to Nature on PlayStation 1. And then they wanted a Game Boy Advance version of that, so they pretty much followed exactly Back to Nature, and they did a few upgrades a little bit on the Game Boy Advance game, but that's essentially what that turned into, and that was called Harvest Moon Story of Seasons. And then finally, we get the remake on PlayStation, and I think Xbox and Switch and all that too, for Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. This game here is just A Wonderful Life that came out on GameCube, and I think eventually it came out on PS2 a little bit later with like maybe an additional character or something like that. And I used to have the PlayStation 2 version, but when I got the GameCube version of this game, I was like, that's good enough. I've beaten Harvest Moon 64. I'm actually replaying it again on the Switch online virtual console that they have there. I don't know, Switch Online, I can't remember what it's called. But I'm currently playing that, and I'm trying to get the 100%, like the 100% completion of that game. so you get like the perfect ending. So that's what I'm going for, and it's freaking. You do not have any time in Harvest Moon 64, but I'm trying to go through that. I've beaten the game before, and I've played it numerous times before, but going for the 100%, and I've beaten Back to Nature a few times. I played the Game Boy Advance one, and I've played A Wonderful Life as well, but I've never beaten this one, or I've never beaten A Wonderful Life at all, and I've never beaten the new remake of this, but I have played the Switch version of this one. I don't know why I decided to explain all my entire history of Harvest Moon with you there with these games, but I did. So there you have it. That's everything I picked up in the last 2 months. Essentially, it was all around Black Friday there. And let me know in the comments below what you picked up and what you'll be playing. The crazy thing is that I don't really foresee myself playing any of this stuff in the near future, other than I see myself playing maybe Sonic and Friends of Mineral Town. I could see myself playing those, but just so many games, so little time. So many hobbies, so little time. I gotta get through all of this too. A bunch of books that I'm reading. TV shows and movies can be on the back burner, but I do that too. And I try to have a social life. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons this weekend with my 5 very best friends in the world. So yeah, busy times. Trying to balance everything. While with a new job, with a new cat, with a new house. Life is fun. So all right, anyway, thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in, not catted in, because now Ash has gone to another room. So talk to y'all later. Beardage.